Hello, 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 hello. Anybody there yet? Can we see the anvil? Is it over there? Maybe I'll just tilt this. Dan Gray, how are you, mate? Sorry, I was just trying to set this stupid thing up. My technology skills aren't that good. It's the anvil in the picture. Hello, Lawrence and Peter. Privileged to have Dan on board. He's my American mentor. When I first got into knife making about 15 years ago, I saw me struggling with sheaths. And she reached out, seeing as I was too stubborn to, and had a look at sheaths online and saw Dan Gray's beautiful work. And she approached him and said, "Please help my husband. I don't know what the hell he's doing." And we've been mates ever since. One of these days I'll have the privilege of being able to come and say hello, Dan. But today I'm going to show you how to do San Mai Damascus. Once again, it's my way. It's the way I do it. There isn't much you can do differently, rather, but it's really basic forge welding. Key is to get some nice wrought iron. So what I've done is I've got two pieces of wrought iron. So wrought iron is really very impure iron. This is from an old farm implement. You can always identify it by all the little inclusions it has in there. So it'll have all these little black flakes. So that's wrought iron. Wrought iron is iron ore melted down. It will have all the trace elements of where it came from without the addition of any other alloys. Commonly found on wagon wheel rims or old farm tools and implements. Full water grain pattern in the steel, and that's why we use it for what's called San Mai Damascus. So San Mai is sand, Ichni is sand. Sand is 3, Mai is layer, 3-layer Damascus. So I've got a good old trusty leaf spring. I've got a layer of wrought iron on one side, and we sandwich it with a layer on the other. San Mai, 3-layer. I don't know how that American company can lay claim to the term San Mai, because it's Japanese. So put it together in a billet. So wrought iron, 5160 in the middle, wrought iron. That wide, 3-layer Damascus. So I've got a piece in the forge now, and the first thing we're going to do is just shut it up a bit. So what you want to do before it gets too hot, before it forms scale in other words, is just give it a quick tap with a hammer and flux it. So I have another piece in the forge. I'm just closing it up. I perhaps left this one a bit too long, but I did clean it off very nicely so that the edges are quite flush. Because what you don't want is any scale building, because as soon as you start building scale on the metal, it ain't going to weld. So now I'm going to put flux on. So flux I'm using is anhydrous borax. I'm going to liberally coat the sides, and borax is basically glass beads or glass powder, and it's on the billet now, and it will melt in to any of the inclusions. It will melt out any impurities, and it will seal it, creating an oxygen free environment on the inside so that it can forge weld together properly. First heat, it's going back in now. I'm going to crank it up, and I'm looking for a nice bright yellow color. So I've just increased the pressure in the forge to give us more temperature. while we're waiting for that, last week I had a look at how to do a Criollo. So there's the blade I forged. I've done some file work on the spine. I've done some carving there on the bolster area. So that's ready for a handle now. I'm going to put a nice piece of burl on there. I've got a beautiful piece of maple burl I'm going to put on. I'll probably put a spacer of horn in the front here just to ease the transition from your handle wood area down to the metal area. This is a deep transition. So that's the Criollo I forged last week. 5160 round bar, file work on the spine, carving on the bolster area, tang forged out. We also recall I forged a blade last week showing you how to do the tip. Yes, Scott, we need to see, you're getting bloody lazy. I think you're going to roll out of your house after this shit. So, how's it? Hello Neil. Hello Eugene. So, thanks for clocking in, guys. This is the blade I showed you last week, how to forge the bevel and the tip. Alright, so also a hidden tang demo. I first did the hidden tang. So I did this one arse about face. I did the tang, then the tip, and then the bevel. As you can see, the knife is complete. I did the forged wrought iron guard, hot fitted. So that was my last demo, is forging the guard. This is a beautiful piece of resin impregnated pepper tree, and I got that from a guy by the name of Jean. So if any of you want to know where to get some nice wood, it's Jean. He's a local guy doing good work. Beautiful. That's sold already, and the Criollo's up for grabs. So I just want to check on our metal. So here's where I do wear gloves, because flux splatters. So it's actually, you get a lot of burns on you. I heard Kevin refer to it as Damascus. So if you've got all these flakes on your arms and speckles, that's what it is, Damascus. So we have fluxed. That's the right temperature. You can see it steaming. There's almost a halo around there. I should start hammering now. So guys, give me a sec. So not your gloves must be too hard. It's good. You want to bump it together. What is key is that your hammerhead must cover the billet. As you can see, I don't know if you saw my earlier post, I prepared a bigger billet. But then I went to cut it down the middle because it's too wide. If you hit it and there's material on the other side of the hammer, it's going to curl up. So you want to try and hit the whole width with your hammerhead. Then you're going to weld it together efficiently. So I am missing my wire brush. Just give me a sec. What you need to do regularly is clean off the old flux and put on new flux. That's why you need your wire brush. Just so that your new flux is clean, you can melt and pin it. So I just relined my forge today, and it's running very hot on for change. I've been battling a while, but I've just used ceramic wool, which is working nicely. I'm thinking of also lining refractory cement, because the ceramic wool on its own without rigidizer blasting out fine particles of fiber that get in your lungs. It will kill you. So just for this demo, I'm taking a chance. And I need to get this billet done because it's for an order. So once again, nice and flat face, nice firm thumps. You don't want to move the hell out of it, you just want to thump it together nice and firm. Just want to get that weld set, and there's only 2 welds. The most important weld for me is this one here, where the bar meets the billet, because if this thing comes off, it's a bitch to manage. So it's got a bit of a banana shape, so hopefully my welds are strong enough for me to hit it on the spine and hammer it flat. It's all looking good. Flex it again. So I've got 2 billets, so I'm going to put this one in as well. So while we're waiting for that, I've had a couple requests to show heat treating. So tomorrow I'm going to show you how to thermal cycle your blade correctly. And thermal cycling is collective. That means a lot of things, and it means really nursing your steel from the word go, ensuring you don't have large grain growth, and ensuring you're going to have a great high performance working blade at the end of the day. I would just commend my mate Dennis Creel of Dracon Forge in Pretoria. So I got this hammer from him. Fantastic for this task. So you weld it together with your flat face. It's got a slightly rounded face. It's good for drawing it out. So I'm a rounded face now. I want to start getting it longer. Good. So now you can murrow. So I'm going to do a triolo type with this. So I want to leave the back part quite thick. So I'm leaving that off the angle, and I can draw out my also key, turn it regularly, then you'll get an even, you'll keep your core centered. If you don't, flip it back to the flat face, just to even it out. And it's looking good. So you can always tell when a weld is failing. You'll start getting dark patches, and as long as your color stays even and consistent, you are succeeding with your weld. Wrought iron is very important to only forge weld and forge at high temperatures, because it tends to split like wood grain. So working with wrought iron, you have to keep it at welding temperature for the duration of your billet. If you're doing, for example, a plain mild steel on the outside, then just turn down the temperature of your forge and run it at a cooler temperature while you draw it out. So this is billet number 2. Got a bit hot in the back there. So I'm just setting it nice and firm together first. Flat face with the hammer. Borax. forge welding up metals. Maybe 4. Okay, number 1 is hello, and Brandon. So number 1 is compatible steel. So some steels just won't weld together no matter what you do. You can do a San Mai with stainless steel, but the key is to weld up the outside and seal it completely, and then get it to right temperatures and not work it too much. Number 2 is clean. The faces that are flattening up against each other must be clean and flat and smooth. Number 3 is temperature. It's got to get hot enough. I've seen some stories on the internet the last few days. Guys mining saying they're not getting any welding done. Tony, how are you, mate? And I got hold of Dino Diablo, remember him, Tony? Anyway, he's in Madeira. So sorry, I'm deviating. So temperature, it must get hot enough. It ain't going to weld if it's not hot enough. And lastly, flux. If you're not putting it. Okay, so this is piece number 1. So I just want to make sure it's all welded together nicely. Flat side of the hammer. Straighten it out. On the sides. Flat side. Keep turning it so you keep the core centered. And reflux and back in. Okay, so this was my first piece, nice and hot. Alright, so yeah, it's thirsty work. I've run out of beer. Can you believe it? Today was supposed to be the last day. I ran out of beer, but I still have some whiskey, which is good. And you think I'd be getting fitter with all this lockdown doing nothing, but I've been forging daily and I'm out of breath here. But anyway, it's not COVID as long as I know that. So there's where we are. So that's 3-layer San Mai Damascus. It's forge welded together. So I'll carry on drawing it out. So I'm just going to repeat what I said earlier. San Mai is 3-layer, San, Ichni San, Japanese. Mai is also Japanese, meaning layer, 3-layer Damascus. What you can do is, to get a bit of added texture in the billets, is to put nickel foil between the layers. But then technically you have Gomai, which is 5-layer, Ichni-san, Chi-Go, 5-layer Damascus. But a thin nickel foil layer between them gives a nice vivid little line. That also depends what you're having for. Hello, Carlos. What depends what you have on the outside, because if you have a nice good wrought iron like I have here, and I tested and I etched a piece beforehand, it's got a beautiful watery pattern in, it's going to look stunning as a blade, because it'll have that Damascus look on the outside and a hard cutting core for the inside. Typically the Scandinavian pukos were all done with a carbon steel edge sandwiched in a wrought iron jacket. And that was dual purpose, in my opinion. Number one is that wrought iron is more rust resistant than plain carbon steel. So you have this jacket on the outside, which is more rust resistant, and then you have your hardened cutting edge in the middle. And number two, it's easier to make wrought iron than it is to make a good, even high carbon steel. So that's what we have. San Mai Damascus 3-layer wrought iron on the outside, 5160 on the middle. And then I'm going to forge out into another Criollo, which I have on order. So I'm going to be working on that just now. Guys, I thank you for watching once again. Tomorrow I'm going to look at heat treating. Heat treating will be a quick one. So the whole thermal cycling process from normalizing, annealing, normalizing, then hardening at the end of the day. So there's 3 different thermal cycles you have to be aware of when you're forging, and you have to watch them very carefully. Hello Julius, how are you, Matt? And so tomorrow thermal cycling, and I also want to touch on using horns for handles. So thermal cycling will be quick, then I'll show you how to use a horn for a handle. Is there anything else you guys would like to see? Anything there? Alright, hello Keith. So that's it for today. So have a look at the video again. If you missed anything, please drop me any messages. Carlos, I need some whiskey. You must get your fucking ass over here and bring some with. I've run out of beer. Have I said that? I think I said that. I've run out of beer. I'm getting withdrawal symptoms already. But guys, stay safe. Keep well. And I'll catch you tomorrow, same time. Ciao for now.